Hey, how's everyone doing today? This is Brian Cade with Cade Fit. The other day, someone asked me, how do you be a positive influence on somebody without seeming like you're being parental or micromanaging them? The biggest part of this, the first step, is owning your own view. Is how do you actually see them? Because how you see them is going to influence your interactions with them. So if you see them as someone who is incompetent or incapable or just isn't going to get it, no matter what you do after that point, it's not going to work. If I had an instance with one of my trainers, is she was coming across, it's like there was this resistance, this guard up. I felt like I was always needing to prepare myself for it. And I realized that the impacts on that is that one, that might have been there for her, but as soon as I saw that and started reacting to her that way, it's going to increase the chances that she's going to be defensive and resist me because of how I'm being, because I'm preparing myself for it. So what do you do if you see someone and their view's not what you want it to be? The biggest thing is getting the impact on what that's like to be around yourself. So when I knew that, it's like, if I put myself in her shoes, I wouldn't want to cooperate with me either. And when I owned that, it shifted things. So what I did, and what I would recommend you to do, is if you have that view, own up to it. So if it's, you're going in and whoever you're working with is say, hey, I have been treating you as if you're incompetent and I don't think you're going to be able to do this. That's the first step. Now, don't leave it there. It's from there you acknowledge it, and then you put in what you want differently. So I've been treating you this way, and that's not fair to you. I know you're capable of more than that, and I want to be able to create a positive relationship and an environment where you can thrive. And ask them how you can support them. So how can I support you in this environment so you can thrive and you can perform at the higher level and perform at a higher level? That's the first step, is owning that and asking them how you can support them. And that way you can see them from who they're going to be in the future, not who you've treated them as in the past. And then with that as well is, if you treat someone, people tend to start responding in the way that you see them. So if you view them at their best and treat them that way, they're going to want to align with that. So treat them as the great people full of capabilities that they are, and they're going to start acting that way. Second step, after you own your view and shift your view of people, is to let them fail. We want to keep people from failing. We want to make sure that everything goes right all the time. And the most successful people in the world fail the most. That's where the best growth comes in. That's where you learn what's working and what's not working. Let people fail. So, and if you're the manager, you're the boss or whatever, if they're failing regularly, you know there's something that needs to be worked on. It's either you didn't train them well enough, or there's a gap in your process. If something's getting missed over and over, why is that being missed? If they just not following up regularly, it's like, do they not know how to do it? So let them fail. It's going to allow them to grow, and it's going to allow you to actually figure out what's going on and where you need to train better or follow up on your process better. The next thing is to follow up regularly. So yeah, they're failing, they're struggling. Leave a comment below, say hi. Someone just hopped on the video now. So yeah, follow up regularly. So if they're failing, check in, see what's going on with them. Ask them where they need support, where do they need more training. Find out what's important so that they can they can give you that feedback so you can keep growing. And then if things are repeatedly not going the way you want and their performance isn't where it's at, the biggest thing in relationships in general is get curious why they are the way they are. We often assume that when someone doesn't do anything, they just chose not to. And it could be that they're afraid. It could be that they don't know how. A lot of times they might say one thing, and it could be really that they're embarrassed, that they don't know how to do it, or whatever it is. And they don't want to own that at first. So really figure out what's in that space for them and hear them out. From there, you can actually shift what's going on. So when you're actually listening and getting curious, you're going to be able to make more of a difference. But as long as if you just try to say, hey, you need to do this, follow up, whatever, people aren't going to listen. Get curious, and then from there, whatever answer they give, you can start shifting things from there. And if repeatedly that you do that and repeatedly things aren't following up, one of the things to do is to let people get the impact. Usually, if you give the impact on the right thing that matters to them, the behavior will start changing. So it could be for one person, hey, when you don't give me that report on time, I now have to do extra work and I'm stressed and I'm worried about your capabilities. And that might be enough. It could be that when you get this report in late, the impact on the company is this, or the impact on you is this. So there's going to be an impact that matters to them, that when they see that, they'll be able to start shifting the things. So those are the positive influence things. It's more coaching than actually just telling people what to do. Is really just coaching them through the job or whatever you're working with. Without seeming like you're micromanaging or being parental. So the first step is owning how you view them and what you want instead. Number 2, treat people as if they're at their best, and they'll start becoming and performing at their best. Let people fail. That's where they struggle the most. That's where they're going to learn the most and get the biggest breakthroughs. If you just tell them what to do and always have to watch in, you're not going to get the best progress there. Follow up regularly is number 3 or 4. I'm not sure what number I'm on. You want to make sure you have enough contact and understanding and be in their world so you that actually can make an influence. Know what matters to them, know what they're struggling with, know their concerns, and from there you can actually make a real difference. And the final thing is, in general, in human relationships, whether it's you're trying to make a positive influence, you're trying to deal in a relationship, is get curious from the other person's viewpoint. So often we think that everyone thinks like we do, and that is not the case at all. Everyone sees the world completely differently. So get curious on their end what's going on for them. And those are the main things. You follow those, you're going to be able to keep making that difference, make that positive impact on people, and they're not going to think that you're micromanaging them. So good luck.